Every once in a while, you have that one project that has to come back. Well, I got one. Stick around. I'll show you which one and tell you why. I'll be right back. Well, welcome back. And as you can tell, my Panther has come back home. The situation was I found out you can't hardly see it here. There is some discoloration in the white, and there's a lot of discoloration in the edges of the letters, and there were some on the top of the letters. I've already sanded the top of the letters and the top of all this, the white portion here. Now I'm going to finish on the edging. But what happened was I found out because my customer contacted me, and then I contacted Total Boat, the manufacturer of Halcyon, and it's mostly my fault, and I'm going to accept all the blame. Total Boat told me that the Halcyon is not compatible with Kilz #2 primer. That's the KILZ #2 primer. In fact, it's not compatible with any of the Kilz directly applied to it. All of the white on this sign is indeed the Kilz. I really like the way it laid down, and in my ignorance, I just said, well, I'm going to run with it. Well, that was my mistake. I should have come back and applied a good enamel paint over it, but I'm going to fix it. So I've talked with Total Boat, and I need to sand down and break off the glaze and give the enamel paint something to adhere to. So I've already cleaned the tops of all the letters and the top of the surface here, and I'm going to work around the outside. And then I bought special little sanding discs and some special little sanding sticks so that I can get around here and in between the letters on the edges and break those down, and so that I can repaint them as well. So this is going to be a several day process. I've got a lot of sanding left to do. Like I said, I've just done the tops of this, top of this, and then I'm working on the outside edges. But it's around here, around all these letters where I've got to touch those up. That's going to be the time-consuming part. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. And it's all going to be done hand sanding wise. Let me get these off of here for right now. And excuse me. So we're going to start right here, and we're just going to break the glaze of the Halcyon. And what I'm doing is I'm using the edge of my finger to rub against the purple here so that I get a stop and I don't actually sand onto the purple. But we're going to sand this all smooth and get this broke down so that we can apply the correct paint. Now what I have coming, and it'll be here in a couple of days, is some more of the One Shot. And the One Shot is a real high quality enamel. It's actually designed initially for pinstriping automobiles. So it is a good quality enamel paint, and that's what I'm going to use to paint all the white again. And we will get it done. I'm on somewhat of a time crunch. They've got to get this thing delivered by February 11th. And so today is the 29th of January, so I've got to get right after it. So once that One Shot gets here, things can kind of pick up a little bit with the painting. I should be ready to do the painting when the One Shot gets here. So I told y'all before I love to sand, and I really, really do. It's one of my favorite things to do. But I don't like sanding 2 or 3 times to achieve the effect that I'm wanting. So this is, like I said, it's totally my fault. And I accept full responsibility, and I'm going to do what it takes to get this repaired and back to my customer just as soon as I can. So, that's it for right now. I'll come back a little bit later, and I'll give you a close-up of the sanding job that I've done. And hopefully we'll, like I said, we'll get some more filming done when the one shot arrives. So arrives, not arises, but arrives. And so again, learn from my mistakes. I really thought that because the kills had laid down such a nice, smooth, beautiful finish, that with the clear coat applied to it, it was all that was going to be needed, but totally opposite. And time-wise, this was probably close to 4 or 5 weeks after I initially finished Panther that this appeared. So fortunately, it was caught before it was delivered to the school. So I'm going to be able to repair it and get it fixed before they want to deliver it to the school. So I'm going to do my part to make sure that it's not going to be any further delayed than what I've got it caused right now. So anyway, that's what's going on. Again, it's nobody's fault but mine. And I'm doing my best to stay off of the purple and the black and the gray, because that's all done a good job, and there's no need in repainting that. So I'm just concentrating and doing my best to do just the white. And again, right here is a section that was bleeding through and turning colors. So anyway, this is going to be a quick wrap up for the first day of the repair of Panther. So learn from my mistakes. Again, it's my fault because I took what I thought to be a good route, and it was totally the opposite. So it's nobody's fault but mine. But use high quality products from start to finish. And I'm not knocking the Kills. Kills is a primer, but I just assumed because it was going to be under the Halcyon that it was going to look great, and it did. It just was attacked by the Halcyon over a period of time. So, and then when I contacted Total Boat, they told me that without a doubt it was not compatible. So again, my mistake. So anyway, thanks a bunch. When I come back in the next one, I'll have the sanding done, and we will be getting ready to apply the white paint. So next paint, my paint is scheduled to arrive on February 1st. So hopefully it comes in on time. And so until then, hug all your family and friends. Let them know you love them. God bless.